Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dalrin. In today's video, I'm going to be covering a few things happening in patch 7.3.5, as well as the legendary change, which I'll talk about towards the end of the video, because I do have some concerns with this change, mostly regarding to the release of BFA and when that'll happen. But regardless, let's get on to the video and check out everything that 7.3.5 has to offer currently. They toned down the Demon Hunter artifact weapon damage very slightly, mostly from the base damage. It looks like crit damage is more or less the same, but the base damage is slightly, very slightly lower. They also made a few leveling changes for hunters. For Cobra Shot, if you are Beastmaster or prior to getting certain abilities as marksman, they toned down the damage of Cobra Shot, but of course they increased it for max level, so the leveling experience in 7.3.5 should be more baseline, more standardized, and more enjoyable. There was also a bit more scaling done to Raptor Strike, so it does more damage at the end game level, but while leveling it does have a bit lower damage numbers for a little bit of time. Of course, again, to standardize leveling and make it a little bit more normalized rather than upscaly and bursty. More changes happened to monks in terms of leveling, mostly with the Rising Sun Kick, of course buffing it towards the end level, as well as Tiger Palm. And they've been trying to adjust monks a little bit in terms of chi regeneration, chi spending, and I think they're doing a decent job. I'm still looking forward to completing my Iron Man challenge on my monk, so I'm kind of waiting for 7.3.5 to really do that challenge all over again. Also, Discreet Smite ability is also getting some tuning for leveling. Rogue's baseline ability is Sinister Strike, which I just found out is one of the basic abilities, so technically Rogues still do have Sinister Strike back from combat days, really. That is getting also some tuning for leveling. There's also some changes for Assassination on live servers. They're trying to walk away from that Phantom Knife single target damage back towards more mutilate damage. Instead of poison procs, it's more about mutilate damage for single target. But that is just an extra tidbit for you guys. I didn't think it was worth covering in a separate video. But if you play Assassination, you might want to move away from Phantom Knives now, because Blizzard is understanding that, yeah, it's a little silly that Assassination Rogues are doing more damage with an AoE ability in the single target situations. And finally, Blizzard gave some love to Demonology for PvE. This is my favorite spec of Warlock, and they're finally buffing Shadow Bolt. It's just a slight buff, so your base damage goes up by like what, 20k per Shadow Bolt, depending on gear, of course. So this is a nice slight addition to the game. I don't think this is gonna make Demonology Warlock all of a sudden the best class in the game, but I've been wrong in the past about stuff like this, so never really know. This is nice to know that your damage is going to be just slightly more beefy than what I'm used to, so that's always good. And Blizzard still does not want to tell us whether they're making allied races available 7.3.5 or not, but they're doing changes to them already. The racial ability for Nightborn used to be to dispel illusions and invisible targets near you, but right now it changed to Force Shield. 3-minute cooldown, it deals 4000 arcane damage to nearby enemies every 2 seconds, it snares them by 50%, lasts 20 yards. It's supposed to be literally a force shield around you that deals AoE damage. Interesting concept. I like the slow. I'm not sure how much damage it's going to be. I like the 20-second duration, which kind of makes up for the 3-minute cooldown. This could be a really good AoE or slow base ability, but we'll see in the future if it's any decent or not. And now for the big one. They're finally making it so that you can actually get your Legos and choose which legendary you want. They're doing that with the system that they added in 7.3.2 with the Awakening Essences. Eventually, if you farm about 100 of these, 125, you'll be able to choose which legendary you want when you synthesize one. You get to pick which legendary you're going to choose for your class, and I wasn't able to actually try it for myself in order to see how it works, but I guess it's being added. And with that being said, I think this legendary change kind of suggests us that BFA is not going to be happening anytime soon. A lot of people come to my streams and they tell me that, hey, I'm kind of hoping that BFA comes in 6 months. And that's the general consensus of people on my stream. In the past, we've had about a year or more to wait between last patch and the new expansion. But with how Blizzard have been, I guess, proactive and how active they've been with patches in Legion, how fast they've been delivering on content, this makes me think that maybe they're expecting for us to be using legendaries and farming them for quite a while. It could be a possibility that they're just simply adding it as a catch-up mechanic to catch up with everybody else, and by God, I hope so. But it also could be an idea that, hey, you're still going to be using your legendaries for quite a while, so you might as well get the best in slot ones right now. Because what if we do have a year of content, then this change is almost like needed. Like finally people can get their best Legos and actually play for another year. If it is a 6-month change and it's only just a quality of life experience change, that would be great. But of course, zero guarantee on that whatsoever as of right now. Again, I'm still hoping that they do release BFA a little bit earlier than in the past expansions, how they've done the last patch into the next expansion kind of content. Again, still a lot of people from my stream have told me they're hoping it's going to be about fall of 2018. I guess it could be around Christmas time too. So that would be a little bit, I guess, unsettling to wait that long. Because I am currently on Taurus. I'm about 5 out of 11 bosses in Mythic with my guild. In 6 months, we're probably going to have that place on farm. So I don't really know how long that content will last, unless they maybe add like a small minor raid in 7.3.5 or some cool updates in 7.3.5 for content. Then I don't really know what else we have to hold us off until the next expansion, if it is a year away. If it's 6 months, then I think it's viable and I'd be down for it. Maybe if it's anywhere between a year and 6 months, like less than a year, maybe like 8 months, 7 months, 9 months even, then I'll be okay too. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. This was the update for 7.3.5 and everything that's on it, as well as the Legos. Let me know which part of the update was your favorite. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead, give it likes, because again, my videos benefit from likes. It allows to reach a wider audience. If you enjoy the content and updates, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to catch live streams. And of course, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see all of you in the next video.